Along the Nervion River, Gary's greatest achievement so far flows into the skyline of Bilbao, Spain. The Guggenheim Museum is so innovative, no art inside will ever be as important as the building. It's been called a miracle. When he finished it, Gary stood there with his clients and was struck by a powerful thought.
Why?
Because you get self-conscious about these things. You know, you push out like I did, and then you look at it and you say, what have I done to these people? No, it's true. This is how I felt. They knew it too. They were very disturbed because I wasn't able to talk in positive terms about it.
What did you say?
Well, no, I just said, you know, I wish I'd changed this. I wanted to, you know, I was a basket case. But I do this on every project.
If Gary is self-doubting, rumpled, even shy, his projects are his alter ego. There's attitude in the angles, conviction in the curves. His work is, well, out of line.
It takes time to see the evolution, and then you realize, oh, that's what he was getting at.
Getting to Bilbao was an evolution of many years. You see the beginnings of it in the American Center in Paris, the Toledo Visual Arts Center in Ohio, and the Weizmann Museum in Minnesota. Architecture critics rave, but forget about the experts. Stand outside any Gary building and look at the faces. The cameras come out on Venice Beach in California, Prague in the Czech Republic, and in Bilbao.
The Bilbao Museum in Spain really changed the world.
Paul Goldberger, architecture critic for the New Yorker magazine, says Gary's Bilbao masterpiece is making architecture a spectator sport.
That building has been attracting all kinds of people who aren't necessarily great architecture buffs, all kinds of people who haven't gone to Europe to see a building any newer than 500 years old in their lives, and yet they're all flocking to see this one, which really is a kind of cathedral of our age.
If this is a cathedral, Gary's professional pilgrimage began with a mortal building, a little house in Santa Monica, the house he still lives in.
The guy from over there came over one day when he saw it finished, and he said he didn't like it. And I said, why don't you like it? And he said, well, it's just strange.
Well, imagine if it was next door to you. Gary wrapped an existing middle-class home in a shell of corrugated steel, glass, and a chain-link fence up on the roof. The kind of stuff that Gary saw in his neighbors' yards, but they all chose to ignore.
This house had 2 big campers. There was chain-link fences, so I was just trying to become part of my middle-class neighborhood. I was trying to figure out how to fit in.
But geniuses rarely do. What Gary had created right there on Main Street was a piece of modern art. He argues that his house isn't the only thing that sticks out in the neighborhood when you see the world the way he does.
I'm saying, see that black roof and that tile roof?
Yeah.
They're in collision. They don't fit together. If you look at that composition of that house and that house, there's a collision of ideas. Even though they're very conventional houses, they have not respected each other in any way. So that's the language of the city, and it's all over the place.
Many voices talking at once.
Yes. So I took that language and made a house with it.